my life. In 1947, excuse me, 1977. That's about it, 1977, on a Pan American airplane, which had been stranded in Kennedy Airport for 3 days in the snow, when everybody had to sleep on the floor. And I have never told this story before in public, and I've never written anything about it. All of my other stories, all of my books are available free of charge on my website, which is my name, Ben Ferencz, courtesy of the United Nations. I believe the books are also now available in Spanish, as well as all the languages of the United Nations. So you don't have to buy any of my books. You can go to sleep now, and later look them up for yourself. But let me take you back to the scene. The plane is about to land in Puerto Rico. I have with me my wife. We've been married now for 65 years, but because she's failing in eyesight, she can no longer accompany me, and instead I have my son sitting or hiding somewhere here. Oh, it is right here. Who is helping me carry on this crusade and substituting for his mother as my travel companion. The story is this. As we were about to land, one of the other passengers was not feeling well, and they called for a doctor in the audience, and there was another doctor standing nearby, and he examined him and said something. And I said, "Doctor, I'm also not feeling very well." I was thoroughly exhausted. And so he took my pulse, and he said, "I cannot feel any pulse." He said, "You must be removed immediately, rushed to a hospital." So they took me off the plane on a stretcher. I came into Puerto Rico on a stretcher. I was rushed to the hospital at Condado Beach, which is right near the airport, and they were full. No beds available. The intensive care unit, which they were going to put me into, was filled. So they put me on a gurney, one of those tables, you know, and put me in a hall. And they assigned a very nice Puerto Rican nurse to stand there and hold my pulse to see if it would stop, at which point she was to sound some kind of an alarm. Well, as some of you might guess, I didn't die. The next morning they turned me loose because I said, "You give the bed to somebody who really needs it." But it was really unforgettable, and I mention it here, not just because it's a now amusing story, but because this is a pontifical Catholic university. And what I did when I was released from the hospital, I promised the doctor I would not go far away, and I would just take it easy. And I did. I was lying on the beach at Condado Beach. I was contemplating not merely the nurses going by, as you think, but I was contemplating, suppose I had died, what then? What would my life have meant? Now, I had already been through the war and all of the horrors of the war, which I'm not going to go into. I don't want to get that grim. I was a liberator of many concentration camps. I have seen man's inhumanity to man.